In an age where TikTok is filled with luxury haul videos and Instagram influencers flaunt designer brands, another story is quietly taking shape. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it's changing how people think about money. You've never seen frugal living done like this. Forget the old image of clipping coupons or eating instant noodles just to save $1. Today's frugal living is sharper, global, and surprisingly stylish. It's not about giving things up. It's about choosing better, smarter ways to live. Across the world, people are finding new joy in saving, repairing, and reusing. They're not embarrassed about it. They're proud. This isn't a video about struggle. It's about strategy. In a world where prices keep rising and uncertainty feels constant, frugality has become more than survival. It's become a movement. And those who master it are finding freedom where others feel trapped. Frugality isn't new. For most of history, it was simply the way people lived. After World War II, rationing taught millions of people how to stretch resources, turning scarcity into creativity. But as economies grew, especially in the late 20th century, frugality became less of a necessity and more of a forgotten skill. The 1980s and 90s celebrated consumerism: big houses, bigger cars, endless shopping malls. The idea of living frugally was often linked with being poor or unlucky. Then came the 2008 financial crisis. Suddenly, frugal living re-emerged, not out of nostalgia, but out of survival. People rediscovered thrift stores, budget meals, and secondhand shopping. And now, with inflation, climate change, and rising costs, frugality has evolved once again. This time, it isn't about being forced to save, it's about wanting to live smarter. Modern frugality has a new face: intentional, strategic, and even aspirational. The new face of frugality: not poor, but smart. Today, frugality looks nothing like the penny-pinching stereotype of the past. It's no longer about being seen as cheap. Instead, it's about being clever. The new frugal mindset has shifted from sacrifice to empowerment. People aren't cutting costs because they have to, they're doing it because they want control. Take, for example, young professionals in expensive cities like San Francisco or London. Some of them earn six-figure salaries, yet they choose to live in shared housing, borrow instead of buy, and repair instead of replace.
Why?
Because they'd rather put money toward freedom, like traveling, early retirement, or building businesses, than toward overpriced rent or new gadgets. This modern form of frugality carries status. It's quiet luxury in disguise, showing you don't need to chase the latest purchase to prove success. In fact, many people now brag about what they didn't buy. On TikTok, FrugalTok creators proudly share hacks like swapping clothes through community groups or saving thousands by cooking at home without losing flavor or joy. Frugality has become an art form. It's about using technology, creativity, and global inspiration to live well on less. And here's the twist. Far from being limiting, it's giving people more options, more freedom, and more control than ever before. Before we dive into some fascinating global examples of frugal living, I'd highly recommend that you subscribe to this channel if you want more smart strategies for saving money, living frugally, and building financial freedom. And don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend. It really helps spread the message. Frugal living today is not only personal, it's global. Different cultures have built clever systems that turn saving into a way of life. In Japan, there's a word, Mottainai. It means regret over waste. From school children to grandparents, people practice it daily, repairing, reusing, and repurposing everything from clothes to electronics. Instead of throwing away, they find new life in old things. That mindset has shaped Japan's entire culture of efficiency. In Sweden, community repair cafes are growing. Picture a cozy workshop where neighbors bring broken lamps, torn jeans, or wobbly chairs. Volunteers help fix them for free. The result? Less waste, lower costs, and stronger communities. South Korea's Gen Z is rewriting what cool looks like. On apps like Carrot Marketplace, secondhand shopping has exploded. For young people, buying used isn't shameful. It's smart, trendy, and eco-friendly. Owning pre-loved items signals creativity and resourcefulness. Meanwhile, in Germany, the fan system rewards recycling. Return a bottle or can, and you get cash back. For some, it's pocket money. For others, it's a side hustle. But beyond savings, it builds a culture where every resource has value. These global ideas share one theme: Frugality is not about living with less, it's about rethinking ownership, community, and waste. When viewed through this lens, frugality feels less like sacrifice and more like belonging to a smarter, more sustainable world. The mindset of frugal living. Frugality is not only about numbers, it's about how our minds work. Saving money sparks real joy. Psychologists explain that getting a good deal triggers a rush of dopamine, the same brain chemical linked to rewards and motivation. That's why people love hunting for bargains or finding creative ways to stretch a dollar. But modern frugality also taps into something deeper: status. In the past, status was shown through big purchases: cars, watches, designer clothes. Now, many people feel proud when they show they didn't spend. This is called stealth wealth. Instead of showing off a new handbag, someone might boast about how they fixed their old one and made it last another year. Frugal living also reduces stress. When people have financial control, they feel calmer, less anxious, and more focused. In that way, frugality isn't just about money, it's about peace of mind. Digital frugality, tech-powered savings. This is not your grandmother's frugality. Technology has transformed it. Apps and platforms now make saving money smarter, faster, and even fun. Take budgeting apps like You Need a Budget or Copilot. They don't just track spending, they coach you, gamifying the process, so saving feels like winning a game. Each milestone sparks motivation to keep going. Subscription fatigue has also created new tricks. People are forming subscription circles, sharing costs for streaming, music, or even software. Instead of each person paying full price, groups split the expense. It's not cutting corners, it's cutting waste. Barter has gone digital, too. Platforms now let people exchange skills instead of money. A graphic designer might trade logos for guitar lessons, or a coder might swap website help for Spanish tutoring. On TikTok and Reddit, whole communities like FrugalTok share hacks that spread globally in hours: how to cook gourmet meals on a budget, repair gadgets with everyday items, or repurpose thrift finds into new luxury. Technology has taken old frugal habits and made them scalable, viral, and even cool. What was once hidden is now celebrated online, proof that saving smart has entered the digital age. Now, frugality as a lifestyle movement. Frugal living has quietly become more than personal finance. It's now a lifestyle movement. Around the world, people are realizing that living simply can also mean living meaningfully. For many, it ties directly to climate change. Owning less, reusing more, and wasting less isn't just about saving money, it's about saving the planet. Instead of chasing fast fashion, people swap clothes. Instead of buying new furniture, they upcycle old pieces. What used to be cheap is now sustainable. Celebrities have helped change the story, too. Kristen Bell once proudly admitted she wore a $45 dress to an award show. Keanu Reeves is known for taking the subway despite being wealthy. These stories resonate because they show frugality as strength, not weakness. The new movement has flipped the script. Success isn't measured by how much you spend, but how little you need to feel rich. And that's a message many people are ready to embrace. Frugality doesn't have to be boring. It can be creative, fun, and even entertaining. Here are some fresh ways people are reinventing it. The 24-hour luxury rule. Instead of buying, rent a luxury item for a day. It gives you the experience without draining your bank account. Reverse subscription hack. Every time you cancel a subscription, put that same amount into a personal freedom fund. You'll build wealth instead of streaming bills. The friendship economy. Build a circle where everyone shares expensive tools, kitchen gadgets, or even vacation homes. It's community over consumption. DIY upscaling. Take something discarded and turn it into new luxury. Old furniture, for example, can be sanded, painted, and flipped into something that looks high-end. Experience swaps. Instead of spending money, trade time. Cook for a friend in exchange for babysitting, or offer photography in exchange for car repairs. These hacks prove frugality isn't about losing, it's about winning back freedom, creativity, and joy. In a world chasing the newest phone, the biggest house, or the flashiest brand, frugal living feels almost rebellious. But this rebellion is spreading, and it's powerful. You've never seen frugal living done like this before because it's not about saying no, it's about saying yes to freedom, control, and a smarter way of life. The people leading this movement aren't struggling, they're thriving. They're showing that the richest life isn't about owning everything, but about needing less. So the next time you feel pressure to spend, remember, the real luxury today is peace of mind. The flex isn't what you bought, it's what you didn't need to buy. Frugal living is no longer a secret. It's a strategy, a mindset, and a movement. And maybe it's time for you to join it. Now, if you want to learn more about achieving financial success, then watch this video next.